The Polestar 4, it is now on New Zealand soil. This is our first look, and there's a lot to take in. I love doing that. Straight away, the Polestar badge, but let's look at that later. What is the Polestar 4? Actually, I don't know where to start. How about this? The fastest Polestar yet. 0 to 100, 3.8 seconds in this dual motor version. It's also the greenest Polestar ever. This has the lowest carbon footprint of any car produced by Polestar. So it's bigger than the Polestar 2, but not quite as big as the Polestar 3. They call it an SUV coupe, hence the sloping back. So in size of Polestar now, it goes 2, 4, 3. Simple. So the dual motor 100 kilowatt hour battery, 400 kilowatt power from those two electric motors. That gives you a range of 580 k's WLTP. There's also a single motor version. It's a rear wheel drive, 200 kilowatts. That gives you a range, WLTP of course, of 610 kilometres. Whatever Polestar 4 you go with, it comes with super fast charging, 200 kilowatts DC or 22 kilowatts AC, and they now have vehicle to load, which means you can go camping with this and it could power everything you need in your caravan. Yes, it will tow, by the way, up to 2,000 kgs. So often in these walkarounds we talk about what a car has, not what a car hasn't got. So let's talk about what the Polestar hasn't got, and that is a rear window. That's steel. You see, they wanted this coupe look, but they realised to make it safe, give the headroom, the rear window would be too tiny to work and it would be obscured by headrests and, well, people's mugs in the back. So instead you have this high definition camera system, which according to Polestar does better than a rear view mirror. To start with, nothing blocks the way of your view rearward, and it gives you a wider angle, and the night vision is also better. Now from this angle you can just see ahead of the Polestar 2 styling. And the trademark front light blades are still there too. And on lock and unlock, the front badge also lights up. It's super cool. It doesn't stay on though. It turns out that's actually against the law in New Zealand. Aerodynamics are a big thing, from the low nose to the flush glazing. There's even retractable door handles and a whole lot of optimization around the back, including aero blades. In New Zealand, Polestar 4 comes with a higher standard spec in the world. That means every car comes with Harman Kardon audio, heads-up display, pixel LED headlights, 3-zone climate control. The list really does go on. Price-wise, start at $19,990 for the single motor, $29,990 for the dual motor. And yes, there is a performance version as well. That's another $10,000 if you like a touch of gold. And every dual motor Polestar 4 comes with semi-active suspension, so it can either be comfort biased or performance biased. So I talked about the whole lack of rear window and the space thing. Well, this is what it looks like. I'm just over 6 foot. That seat is right back for me. That's my leg room. There's my headroom, and these rear seats also recline. You know, I was going to say let's focus on the interior, then we'll talk about the tech, but the reality is the tech actually shines through. But what it's shining through is fully recycled materials, whether it's PET bottles or recycled polyester. Yes, you can get bridge of wear leather, but this car is pretty much 100% recycled, and it's been designed so it's easier to recycle afterwards as well. Even these carpets are made from old fishing nets. Well, let's get on to the tech now, and starting with the starry lights. The ambient light in this car is actually, well, I was going to say intergalactic. It's interplanetary because each light is themed by one of the planets in our solar system. So quite literally, you can choose if you're from Mars or Venus. That Harman Kardon sound system I mentioned, 12 speakers, 1400 watts, but wait for it. If you go for the leather, there's another 4 speakers in the headrests. You also get a heads-up display and a 10-inch driver display right in front of you. Well, that's what you look at. As for the car, it is looking too. Talk about supervision. A total of 12 cameras, 1 radar, and 12 ultrasonic sensors are fitted as standard. You know, sitting here, and I'm going to show my age now, this interior feels really Buck Rogers. It's so futuristic, but it's also soft and comfortable as well. It's a really cool mix. It doesn't feel overly functional. That said, if you look under here, there are special clips to hold containers like tissues and other boxes. Look, obviously I can't wait to drive it. What stands out right now for me, well, the clean design inside and out, that long wheelbase and the window deletion make for a super airy, roomy cabin. Fantastic for 5 passengers and also pet. There is an animal mode that you can activate. It keeps the cabin nice and cool so the pet stays safe. Even displays on the screen to let bystanders know that the animal is being looked after inside the car. That's a really nice touch. Welcome to New Zealand Polestar 4.